Honorable Nabuin, who have just joined the Caravan today. And that tells you that we, as a leadership elected, have been in this process, support this process, and would wish to see it come to its logical conclusion, serve the intended purpose. Allow me to just make a few remarks on behalf of that leadership. First and foremost, that the idea that we can have this peace caravan benchmark all the way from the Tri-junction, where the Tri-junction is the place where Kenya, Uganda, and South Sudan meet, was so noble. We have been pushing that we get our communities come and see what it means to live in peace. And this is so good. Let me speak. I can even translate for this, my colleagues, because we speak the same language, all of us. Na denga tuwa lukang lua Sudan ngatoposa ngatunga Uganda ang Turkana lu yakazeneke. Na wale nyangana benale muni ngaropia. Na wale nyangana benale muni yau ninga krono atamar kia uneze mpaka nege kungwelekeza nga krono so basi alopaka a Kenya ka Tanzania ni mama ejie ni mama ngurunguri ni aranga kra e besara ngezi fanyo anikus je kinte nga krona korea galaka nga krona to yana tamarani bongete nga kron ngezi yaretes kado dikize ngotwa luimia keveve na kwa kukama atamar matia kisel ngezi kusubakina wana nga krona kisaki matia kisel ngezi kiendelea kufanya wani maendeleo nibe nilo sasa ama nibe ne emchuruzona ang baran korini wal nagini ang baran KMC ndokona yanyo kanege ngakrongo na ngezi azakata yazan moibo iknozi moina tapara chikaraka kena keze ngakrongo na tutuko keze apei kena kineze da ngakrongo na logerulo yakatara na lupneche na akop. Your Excellency, I'm only saying to the communities that it is such a privilege that we have partners, governments, being ready to give our people a new look to things. And by bringing them out to this border point, they are able to experience what it means to live in peace, do business together without having to fight, without having to miss school, without having to carry guns, because that is the culture that obtains where they come from, just because of the imaginary boundaries that we have, which have become actually bottlenecks to our development. And so as elected leaders, we will support this process, and that is why we are here. And that is why we will want to work hand in hand with all those institutions that are working on this program. Your Excellency, let Kenya government look at us from Turkana particularly in a new view, with a new idea that we want to move with the rest of the country. And I am sure even Uganda and South Sudan would like to see their people coming up and getting this development which our brother here, the business community chairman, has been describing. That is not what obtains in Lokichogio and Adapal area. That is not what obtains along the Uganda stretch of border with Kenya and Uganda. And yet that is the way we should go in this current century. Otherwise, Chief Guest, I do not want to say much other than to appreciate East African Community Secretariat. You've shown to be true friends in this process, having to come and mediate something that was almost going out of hands for us, particularly in Nadapal area. I know the area you are describing was Nadapal when you are saying here what was happening in the borders. Kibo office, the Kenya International Boundaries Office, thank you just and your team. We know how difficult it is, and the government generally for giving us being patient with us and listening to us even as things were going difficult. There were times when it went completely quiet until we were wondering whether we'll bring it up again. But now here we are. Please let us bring it to a logical conclusion. Let us get to the last point where we will have our borders demarcated and our communities working together. And we will ask our donors not to give up on us, even if there are skirmishes here and there. The support we need, the KMCs, the road construction that needs to be to be finished is something that we would all yearn for, so that we can do business, and our people can be happy living together. With those few remarks, asanteni sana. May God bless you all. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Honorable Nanok. I want to introduce three important persons who have been very critical in the Caravan. Those are the leaders of each community delegation. From the border communities, I want them to stand up for recognition. Your Excellency, for South Sudan, this is the one for Uganda. The one for South Sudan.
Southern Sudan.
Where's the one for Kenya? And the one for Kenya. So they have been guiding their communities in the buses all the way from Lodwar up to now. They are going to continue, because after we have wound up all this, the Caravan is going back to Lodwar.
Natungal wo nerkito agwesti kechungul balabocha tortokisi jikelo se kongina hani moyer kagnete to bongo sirobo na kwa package.
As I said earlier,
Burundi
is a partner state of the East African Community. But it was not participating in this particular program. But as a chair, they came in to observe. So they are represented by Ambassador Remy, whom I want to come and say a few remarks. What he has experienced. He has been with us since Lodwar. Ambassador Remy, please come.
Mgeni rasmi, Mheshimiwa ambao umewakilisha serikali ya Kenya katika kikao hiki, Mheshimiwa Waziri husika na mambo ya Jumuiya ya Afrika Mashariki kutoka nchini Uganda, Mheshimiwa mjumbe ambao unawakilisha nchi ya Sudan ya Kusini,
Southern Sudan,
Mheshimiwa mwakilishi wa Umoja wa Afrika, mwakilishi wa Jumuiya Afrika Mashariki hapa umekuja, pia Mheshimiwa mwakilishi wa Umoja wa Mataifa, waheshimiwa viongozi mbalimbali ambao wameambatana katika msafara huu wa amani, mamibi na mabwana, kila mtu kwa heshima zake. Habari za jioni. Ninayo furaha kwa muda huu wakuu wa kati zenu nikiwakilisha nchi yetu ya Burundi.
Alakara ngolokojo ko ni kotere abuntine gyara itwani ako pa berbe Burundi.
Kama walivyotamka kwa majina ni Balozi Remi Baramama.
Kroloto na ngolar tokini alongaren karin.
Nimepata na fursa pia ya kuwakilisha nchi yangu hapa Kenya na Somalia.
Ayombo chengi diari kitetemezi kanege kidiama Kenya na Somalia.
Na kabla ya kazi hiyo,
eroko etichingolo,
mimi pia nimepata na fursa ya kuwa katika bunge la Burundi.
Arai kolongi dia mjumbe kaina alo Burundi.
Katika senate ya Burundi.
Senate nabo.
Pia maswali ya raia, hiyo ni mojawapo katika yale ambayo nahusika nayo.
Ewegenti ngakro angichan kuringa masmasa angetunga.
Mgeni rasmi.
Akapolo nikosi.
Burundi kama nchi ambayo inatoa mchango wao katika hali ya kuzingatia amani na usalama katika eneo mbalimbali.
Kotere repakenti Burundi de akan lopuko kotere ngakro na tokananu.
Inaunga mkono msafara huu wa amani.
Kekamunti suwa awestina. Kekamunti angkarikadang.
Ambao unalenga kurudisha na kuboresha amani katika eneo za mpaka.
Kotere esuamiti akroitene esuamiti ngakrona jokak ayawu ningitunga ebuyirla jokak.
Mahali imekuwa waziwazi ya kwamba usalama na amani vimeumbishwa katika hali ya mauaji na uwezi wa mifugo mbalimbali.
Kiyene dirata mari ngakro kisili nyiria makini kana chena arem kotere inyasuni borengini ebuyira ngatunga.
Msimamo huu wa Burundi wa kuunga mkono msafara huu wa amani una msingi ufuatao.
Tokona wakar kang tola Burundi ha kinyoikin tiswada ngakron kotere ngakronu.
La kwanza ni ya kwamba neno la Mungu linatuomba sisi kama wanadamu kupendana kama ndugu kwa ndugu.
Ebala wargata akuj atamar tomena kintelo ka tokon kone minaria koni kwan.
Pili, neno la Mungu linatuomba hakika na kukusisitiza ya kwamba tuishi na amani na kila mtu yeyote.
Ebala nabo akitabu akujukona atamare kiboy kinos kesil kaitwandang.
Na zaidi ya hiyo, hilo neno la Mungu linatuomba hata tuwapende maadui wetu.
Nabo ebala nabo akitabu akujukona.
Unaweza kulifikiria kwamba ni lizito kumpenda adui wako.
Hata mare tomena kintia kareke moitukon.
Lakini ni bora zaidi ukampende adui wako kwa sababu kuna sababu pia.
Yirbono bajo kise amena kini moitukon.
Hilo lilikuwa la msingi kwa yule mwana amani aitwaye Gandhi kutoka nchi ya India.
Arengna kroita peina jokon itorundiru ruesticheta mbegangili anakwapa berbe India.
Yeye akasema hivi.
Tamakona.
Njia muhimu ya kumshinda adui wako.
Yorotolo idha kya klanya emoitkon.
Ni ya kumleta na kumfanya awe rafiki yako.
Ipe yoto ma tiliuri pai.
Hapo utakuwa unamshinda daima.
Kanenya idonyori yonto tikakiti.
Waheshimiwa,
ngariko kodi.
Burundi inaamini ya kwamba
anopiti Burundi atamar.
Mtu yeyote
etwandang
wala jamii yeyote
hori ngirere ngulda
wala taifa yeyote
hori apu kondang
itakao amani na usalama kwa upande wake
nedha kiekisila altomya akopakeng
ni lazima atafute wala itafute amani na usalama kwa jirani yake.
Esa kitata sako ekisil alotoman kedunyetekeng.
Uweze kutegemea usalama na amani vidumu kwako. Wakati amani na usalama kwa jirani vinayumba wala vinayumbishwa. Kwa hiyo tukifanya hivyo ndugu wapendwa, amani na usalama vitadumu kwa jamii zetu. amani na usalama vitadumu. Endeleo katika jamii zetu.
Adukural to mangre.
He can come and integrate in any part of Kenya, because he knows Swahili very well, and that is the spirit. And also, he has the advantage. He was an ambassador of Burundi to Kenya. So he learned the language. He was really a real ambassador. So we are going to the third phase of our this event, and that is where now we are going to have remarks by our senior dignitaries. That this one is going to be presided over by the the Deputy Secretary General of the East African Community. Who, after making his remarks, will invite other dignitaries from Uganda, South Sudan, and then the chief guest. I will come after he has finished with that. I know I didn't introduce myself. My name is Peter Edopu. I'm from Uganda. I am a lawyer, but I'm also a peace and security expert.
Uganda.
I'm also a member of the Ateker community. And I'm picking, when he speaks, I was really very happy. When he speaks, I pick everything. And you know why? When he speaks and everybody claps, because this is Ateker community. They understand each other. They speak the same language. I really don't know why these people are fighting and disputing, you know? Because they are the same people. And I'm one of them. So this is what I hope when they go back, they will go with the spirit of Ateker and Ekisil. So may I now have the honor to invite the Deputy Secretary General of the East African Community to say his remarks, and then proceed to preside over this remaining part of our program, DSG. Thank you.
Your Excellency, Musala Mudavadi, Prime Cabinet Secretary, Republic of Kenya, and the Chief Guest. Honorable State Minister for EAC Affairs, Republic of Uganda. Head of South Sudan Delegation to Peace Caravan. national MPs and members of the Senate from Republic of Kenya.
Mujumbe kang senata alo Kenya.
I'm sure also we have MPs from Republic of South Sudan.
Mujumbe a Southern Sudan.
And I'm not aware whether we have also from Republic of Uganda.
Kanguludang lua Uganda.
Representative of African Union Commission.
Atukoto na Ankiriono ala Africa.
The government official representing this county, Kajiado, and I've seen the county commissioner around with us.
Ngekarikoko a Kajiado.
Distinguished representative from Republic of South Sudan, Republic of Kenya, and Republic of Uganda at the border communities.
Ngekarikoko ngako pinanto na limu ningeska unakadang kang tolu ang barendu yene.
Distinguished participants, ladies and gentlemen.
Aruanta na iya katinadang.
Permit me, Your Excellency, from the outset to bring you warm greetings from Honorable Peter Mathuki, the EAC Secretary General, who could not be here today due to other equal important official engagements.
Yakapoloni ke kamakare malasi ke grana la poloni lo uga piteango aloto ma atukoto na Ankiriono no kalua kide.
As such, it is my honor and pleasure to welcome you on his behalf to this very unique and important regional event on peaceful coexistence and good neighborhoodness and border communities in the region.
Kongna bocha abalato le malolo muna kepe yo toma na westine kesil naga na imorkendi nga kopindang asake koko ni kolongo ichani ngatunga nyari kesil.
I would like to thank the government and the great people of Republic of Kenya for the warm hospitality extended to all delegations since their arrival and diverse material and non-material contribution towards this peace caravan.
Halakara nati Apolon na pukonya Kenya kangatunga Kenya dang kotere aki kamun a westinaga aki second Sudan ka Uganda tolo mutu Kenya epitelo iting to kebo yorkus.
May
Ichara iting ni rora tamare ke moitike cha ko mor keninga tunga dang ke boy gnos tunga kaya kisil tomora ke muj kelana kinos tolo taki yarang tunga tolo tongarin amamu angure ala toma.
this is because partner states agree that peace and security are prerequisites to social and political development within the community and vital to the achievement of the objectives of the community.
Arair bong akrono gerta kong na koterinyo. Akro itina ngidi ngaraki ngatunga alo boyor kech. Alo to ma ngikariko kech. Kori emuchuruse nutande alo to ma kiara kech.
In other words, EAC overarching vision of peaceful, prosperous, competitive and political united East Africa can only be attained within an environment capable of protecting the gains so far registered.
Itete ngakonyene ay berbe East Africa. Itete ni kalnon ngisiata mar. Sakete boichak morkening tuadang ke tortogni akope kongaren.
And without peace and stability, all remarkable achievement registered by EAC in the past 2 decades under the Common Market Protocol, Custom Union, and progress towards a monetary union would fall like a castle bill on sand.
Ngesi atamari kamamu ebo yoringolo ngakro dang na woni anyuntong tunga East Africa alto mangkar mutomuni arei ebu koro didang ko ngakili apan kachi arai pek boy kini ngone jok atu yaw to geru tonlo.
Your Excellency, the chief guest, a study on the state of borders and boundaries in the region conducted by EAC Secretariat in 2021 identified 22 boundary and territorial disputes, both manifest and talent, gestating in East Africa.
Rapolo lari matoi. Ngesi atamari na woni atamari akapesto reportu ngichanlo yakasi akapa na tokona yakona apanduriamu na ngichani angakwa pe ngatomuni arei kangari.
According to the study, though some borders issues in the region are still dormant, all EST partner states have experienced varying degree of intra and extra-regional border challenges and the potential for unresolved issues to escalate into violence and threaten peace, security, and regional integration cannot be underestimated.
Yakapolum lari matoi. Ngesi atamari toma ekukor ngukori angakwa penikano apontanyo na atamari eyang masmasya to mata nerelo yakadi ngatunga kana bo nkedunya tekechulo yakadi kama ngesi atamari mere beren tido chichi aria kroitina ti apotion ari etom alotoma ngeta ikosi.
Subsequently, the EAC Secretariat organized expert field visit to the following areas: Vura, Aru, Uganda, DRC border, Moyo, Kajukeji, Uganda, South Sudan border, and Lokochoko, Nadipal, Kenya, and South Sudan border to gain a deeper understanding of the issues, determine potential for escalation, and solicit the border community's views on appropriate measures to sustainably resolve the issues.
Akwapina tokona ali anyunta swata mari yakadi ngichani na apon ko loka klake na ngidina ikon to na Uganda ndaka bala keje ngista moyo e wala na dapalo DRC Southern Sudan kana chiedang.
The expert visit observed the following the issues: areas with properly demarcated international boundaries with intervisible pillars such as Vura, Uganda border, Uganda DRC border is a strong foundation for peace, security, and economic development.
Kepato so atanyu tatamar nabo atamar nkukuriol dang igemi tokona kasubakini pedorite yautu angara stadio neolo sang tungangaren kumuchurizeto kengarak notorial toma ngukurio kech.
Delayed resolutions of borders and boundary issues lead to animosity, mistrust, and hostility among border communities with serious impact on peaceful coexistence.
Anipeki kalau mangoni asubakini ngakrono ka atipei tulur be kadarti ngachokro pedorite ngakrono yautu ngichan nginyas to malo kukurio yok to jotong tunga to tokang tunga talakatang channel to ma ngukurio yok.
While contestation over boundaries remains the root cause, delayed resolution has created conditions for emergence of new and potential conflict, accelerated, including perceived presence of natural resources such as gold in the boundary lands, commercialization of livestock theft, and climate change.
Yakapolon kiyena tamar peke subagma ngana kronu ya uningichan hoterenyo tokonanin aliwore alalauni ejiena cha yatamare ngakro ekukorge chenu hoterenyo yeya nyotane tomoriagnete ngebaren tore mo ikama ani anangun lo kukor to giala ra potore hakimet konna adolu hakimet amurek no ngetunga nabo adolu tunga kro ay berbe akolong herka kolong na herka ngetunga akoy ko ginyo ngakro nai.
The illicit proliferation of small and light weapons in the region too has exacerbated the conflicts and violence and heightened the human toll.
Ay chokro ito na bongi sa atamar ali wor nga ko pina to nelim tonu na imekenta ko ngunanu ali wor ni tololowuni re nga to mena ngamalya ni storuni ngesine ni kecurta kaneni tangata ngetunga iberin penyari ka ekbera ka jokon.
Your Excellencies, distinguished ladies and gentlemen, the border community visited were unanimously in requesting the EAC to organize benchmarking tours to other areas in the region and beyond, where border disputes have been peacefully resolved for experimental learning.
Kilepeta won swata mar ngetunga lolom tuama atamar potukarecha yara swada na kwapin na tokne joka ato kenyi kisi eso ato soma iberni yeneni ato ko podganeni ayade lorere akosi yangara gnotor.
This peace caravan and benchmarking tour therefore is part of EAC Secretariat, partner states, and our partners respond to the border community's request in an effort to promote peaceful coexistence, sustainable peace, and stability in the region.
Yaunta bocha kroitina itememe ka korona kolali munyonguna ngida tamar morkana ngolanyang morkana na jokotau kangutungal to nebiyo atukoto na akide atamar atolema da kroitina esubusa ngakono kolode ka limuntu atamar metuke subako na ngidi kolodi ngaren.
For efficiency and effectiveness of the learning process, the peace caravan has been organized in two phases.
Esubakanta bocha to na westina ngipitizolu ngari erotolo ngaren lo yena bomo yekitete mesloche langine langyari.
Phase 1 involving the Ateka communities of Uganda, Kenya, and South Sudan, Tri-junction visiting and benchmarking with the Maasai community.
Haya, balakona alemunta kapinene Southern Sudan, Uganda, Kenya, ngutungalu yalo kukor patudang akobe Namanga kriyama kang Maasai to Kenya gidinga korona subas kane to kopod kane yadina kopakech.
Phase 2 involving the Madi and Kuku communities of Moyo and Kejikeji, Uganda, South Sudan border, visiting Ora, Uganda, DRC border.
Awestina moya ngare korekitete mesula ngari pedorna elodina boto lemang to Uganda, Southern Sudan, ka DRC ngutungangulu lo mto lo kukorngolo yauna dangulu tanchol dangulu ngakrong na penguna.
More peace caravans will be organized for other border communities as resources may permit.
Pedorio tosbakena awestina kisil na ikunna ngakwapini anakala.
Your Excellency, the Maasai community like the Ateka are nomadic pastoralists. They straddle more than one community and thus share an international boundary and the same culture. As opposed to the Ateka region, however, the Maasai have remained peaceful and continue to share transboundary resources, including pasture, water, and socio-economic amenities and infrastructure such as markets and one-stop border post.
Emorte lungagipi, emorte nginya, eutana rozi, erukito, mam nyejiete, nyarazi, nyukwa na kangakorone asubasi alawalo ichelobe akatekerekaye.
This has contributed to the economic transformation of the community and facilitated regional integration. I hope that the Ateka community will pick some best practices and lessons relevant to the promotion of peaceful coexistence and peaceful resolution of disputes upon return to their respective areas, and they will replicate them.
Ano betibo changa tamar, yang atarite ngetunga tekerlu yene, yang atarte na nyutukane ya si lorere akech ngaragno tor kech de kikewno tor robo.
In addition, Your Excellency, I believe that throughout the more than a week of traveling, dining, and talking will enable the three communities to share each other's concerns, expectations, and develop new relationships while recommitting to become agents of peace.
Ayini atamar erukitene lo na ponta tungalu erukito eyanete etatamas ngakro anopite atamar yana kala kana anyune takane anike bongos lorere akech elose kechida ketakisi akro itna jokon nakopangana.
For those of you who have read the Bible, there is a verse that says, those who eat, pray, and work together, stay together.
Ebala akatatamete aicha Biblia atamar ngutunga ngulu rukito epedore teto tangatasi akiyar apei.
It is our desire and hope that at the end of this peace caravan, a master seed for peace among the border communities of Uganda, South Sudan, Kenya, and by extension elsewhere in the region will have been planted.
Anopetezo atamar aniro toginda kayane talema ichoket ipei mini ketaki yoda lorekon toropukaneni topolo.
Your Excellency, the chief guest, I would like to underscore and appreciate the multi-stakeholders' convergence and synergies in the organization and implementation of this peace caravan.
Abu akenta la karang tungadang lu akentong kilinga keche toma awestine keselna.
The active involvement of the continental, that is the African Union, regional, the EAC, national, partner states, subnational counties and district, and local community representative as well as our development partners, that is GIZ, signifies the unity of purpose towards ensuring borders and boundaries becomes bridges rather than barriers to regional integration and development.
Kenopo jigata mar angaras nakata angole nyangana tana jokota uno ngutungalu kriona kulugu nyolu akujina emorkini ngutungalu dang atenga westinaga ngesi atamar saketa elotolo yolo arai ngidiarai edoket atodokadi elamarodi yama nyelu no berni inyasuni eboyorio.
Considering the enormous cost associated with peace building initiatives and more so boundary demarcation process, only multi-stakeholder approach will enable the successful attainment of various commitments by our partner states, including silencing the guns by 2034 and completing boundary demarcation and reaffirmation by 2027.
Ayena tamar ake morkina na tokna yonaga elosi konna ebusera kwa pa yokodang hala karikin ngutunga yokodang eminia kiselo tunga yok aniana ngia karu angabung yang ngare kang atumuni uni kang ngomon tachaka na atom yadang anakwa pakadang kurita dauna iberbe atom anakwa kadang.
As I conclude, Your Excellency, let me once again thank the Republic of Kenya, Republic of Uganda, Republic of South Sudan for embracing this initiative at the high level, and the African Union as well as GIZ for financial support.
Alakarana tiapulun angap koneadang nguludang lu yang aragintong akron kotere kechiru balim nete seling tosu bagnori akroitna tawanna.
I hope you will continue with us in subsequent peace caravan and other peace and security initiatives in our region.
Abala bacha kori eperota akron torto kisingarin moina bacho kwar emakona atosubakesi akwabayo.
As most of you may be already aware, this peace caravan and benchmarking will be followed by a conference on peaceful coexistence and regional integration scheduled to start tomorrow and end on Tuesday, 4th July.
Ayeni angatamare akar kakinete awestene kisilkana moina taparach eyeyoko lo etukore akro ekisilkalo.
The conference will be held at Kajiado County.
Yokokongolo eyeni kama alo Kajiado.
The peace conference will enable the border communities representatives to share what they have they have learned and observed during the tours and interaction with host communities, as well what they would have liked to see in their communities after the tour.
Moi akwarngna kengatar ngondang ekian tolimu akorna ngolik tolimu na ira tolimu na nakilimokin nge moi kamalo Kajiado ngidi eyakare ekokongolo.
We shall use this opportunity as well to sensitize them on ongoing bilateral, regional and international mechanisms and initiatives to sustainably resolve the boundary issues in our region.
Ni moi ke unera ngakro na ngetalio ne rakenta kidiama eboyo angatunga anakwa pe anto ne yakadim kukorio kadang moi.
This is an effort to ensure turn them into allies and partners in the ongoing delimitation, demarcation and reaffirmation processes.
Araya kroitina dang agtilio resing kai totoi so di kumurgnotor tos bagnera kroitina kitemogunor lorot.
Lastly, the conference will propose on how to implement and achieve the desired outcomes for the benefit of the communities of Tri-junction and the region as a whole.
Kenagini ebe kokongolo alolo muna tamneta ai chokoro ne sakete asubagini kama saudi atortognioto ngwanda ngaren.
I invite you all to peace conference and request that we use it to come up with appropriate and actionable recommendation for the attainment of peaceful coexistence among the border communities in our region.
Kepe yunti dang loko kongolo lomoi la rangi dia zaki atia kuni ngakoro akwa petiok aloto mangu korio.
Asanteni sana.
Ramaya tanya kanini.
And from here I will have the honor to invite the representative of the government of Republic of South Sudan to give his remarks.
Araitona erosti alo Southern Sudan ngesebuni tolimu hadikro nako uriesi. Aramaka kat goudahan.
Your Excellency, Prime Minister Secretary of Kenya, Honorable State Minister of Uganda, and Honorable Deputy Secretary General of East Africa Community, representative of Kajiado County, a representative of AU and UN Special Envoy to Great Lakes, a representative of GIZ, a representative of border communities, ladies and gentlemen, allow me to bring a greeting from my minister, from my honorable minister of East Africa Community in Republic of South Sudan, and also from the President of Republic of South Sudan, His Excellency Salva Kiir Mayardit. See, they are all sending his greetings to all of you. It is my pleasure to thank the government of Republic of Kenya to host the partner state of Uganda, South Sudan,